I felt the red beaming on my forehead. Like
red beaming on my forehead. Talk about it with Franjez. Today we have two special guests. Two event curators. Natalie and Cyn.
Woo! Yeah.
Perfect. How are you guys doing today?
I'm
feeling
great.
Good. Feeling really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Enjoying the summer.
Good.
We have been enjoying the summer.
It's been nonstop.
No, it's been nonstop for real.
We could start there because I feel like New York summers are probably the best summers in the world.
They are.
Yeah.
Even though we haven't been everywhere in the world, but
No.
New York is different.
Even when you go on vacation, it don't hit the same. And you go, like, I've been to Miami a couple times, and you think, it's like, I want to go to New York.
The vibe is different. New York has a different type of energy.
And you know what? Why is that? Can we get into it?
No, seriously.
Mainly
What is
because
it?
it's home. Mainly because it's home.
You think that's what it is?
Out of
So
towners don't feel the same way. I doubt they think New York summers.
Really?
People in Miami are not like New York.
Yeah, they're not feeling it the way that we do.
Damn.
But then we also spend, like 10 months in hibernation?
We
so
do.
once those 2 months come up, you got to make it the best.
So does every winter cold city feel this way about their city? No, I don't think so.
Not
I met
in
somebody
New
from
York.
Chicago, and he loved Chicago summers.
Chicago's lit. I never been, but I heard
He
it's
said
lit.
he's like way better than New York, and I'm like,
Way better.
Well, because he's from there. He
that's
said
what I'm
it's
saying. So I
better.
feel like you're right about that.
But they do have a great city. I
But
heard.
also, do tourists even really know what to do when they come here? I feel like they be
No.
doing the Times Square shit. That's not fun.
But we
is
do
fun.
have a lot of
It's
implants.
not
now.
pictures
I
by the red
still love
stairs.
it.
Who
Yeah.
gives a fuck about the red stairs?
I
Like,
still love
They're
Times Square,
followers.
but there's so much more to do.
Yeah,
right
yeah.
now.
Yeah, there is more. And I think us, even as New
There's a
Yorkers,
depth.
we don't even know the capacity of things that are happening in New York.
That is true.
Like we have no idea. Every day I'm on Instagram, I'm like, what? How many? There's like 100 events on Sundays now, and it's like we can't even catch up.
no, we can't.
Have
You
you
know?
ever went deep into the city where you guys never even realized how you got there?
No.
On a drunk night.
Yeah, of course. Definitely not doing that sober.
No.
Definitely on a
But
drunk
what are
night.
you discovering on these?
A
Like,
lot.
you know what I mean?
So you have to hit New York City more
Yeah.
because it's a beautiful place. You want to?
Have you gone to the Brooklyn Bridge?
Yes, I did.
And
the Brooklyn
walked
Bridge.
it?
Yeah, I walked it.
See, I'm like 32, and I've lived here my whole life, and it took me to be drunk one day, really bored, to be like, yo, what am I doing right now? And me and a friend just decided to go and walk it.
It's a
I've
nice
never
walk.
done
That's
it
nice. I never done
in
it
the
yet.
summer. It was
You've
like,
never done it at all? Nothing?
See, you
not
have
the,
to.
not the Brooklyn Bridge. I would like to.
It's
I had
amazing.
to plan that, but I had to be
I've
conscious
driven it.
about like, yo, I've never done it. Let me do it.
I've driven over it by accident once. That was bad.
You were drunk?
I was like, like I know they have a bike path, but like a car path.
Yeah, I'm like, what? How did you do that?
Probably ran over a few people at the same time. Like,
I
oh,
was
Bob.
like-
Why?
I was like, yo, I think I'm in Brooklyn right now.
He didn't even know. He didn't even know what bridge it was.
Thank God I changed. Thank God.
Yeah,
thank
no,
God.
for sure.
For real.
Sometimes those are the best nights, though.
Of course.
You
As
already
long as
know.
everybody got home safe.
No,
Yeah.
It's a
yeah.
good
You,
night.
you know what? It was funny because I was looking at my TikTok this morning and I posted a video last summer and I was like, yo, y'all don't just be thanking God that you got home safe after a lit night.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I do.
it was lit. Everybody got home safe.
You gotta
I'm
wake up in the
good.
morning, get a glass of water, and be like, God,
Thank you.
thank you. 'Cause
That's
I was
underrated as
sick.
fuck.
When did you guys start doing that? Because I feel like I recently started doing this because I recently started like, I guess it's a prayer before bed. And when I wake up in the morning, I just, a simple thank you for yesterday. Thank you
Yeah.
for today. When did you guys start that? Because
wanna
I
go
feel like that's
first?
recent for me.
Sure. I think I started that for a long time once I started like partying and like
What age?
working. I would say probably like around 22, 23, especially because I have a daughter. So it was
pretty
like,
young.
and I was kind of wilding for a while because I was in the nightlife. So every day in the morning, I used to have to be there like, ooh, I'm glad I made
it.
Yeah, I have to give my daughter a
Yeah.
kiss. Like,
Yeah.
because, you know, before you go out and you drink, I always say, like, God, just let me make it back home to my kid. Like, that's it. Like,
my
let
God.
me
Yo,
have
I
a
felt
blast,
that.
but let me make it back home.
I
You
felt
feel
that.
me?
Yeah.
And then, you know, God probably be looking down at me like, girl, I ain't give you this prayer for you to be
like,
wilding
don't,
out.
get right, don't be wild.
It's going crazy right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, for sure. How about for
I
you?
feel like for my mom, so okay, one of the things that I didn't like when I was growing up is my mom for everything is like, si Dios quiere, with everything. So I would always even be like, oh my God, Ma, we're going to go to Disney World. I'm so excited. I can't wait. And she's like, si Dios quiere. And I'm like, why are you killing the vibe? Like, go. But I think I'm so grateful that she did that, because then when I got older, now, even now, I'm like, yo, God willing, everything's going to be good. And if it's not, I'm not going to force it. God, whatever you want for my life, I don't care. Like,
that's true.
I'm going to just be obedient and follow the plan. So I feel like I've been doing that more so now that I'm older, though. Like, she ingrained it in me, but I wasn't with it. I was not even trying to register that shit. But then once I got older, it's like, yo, especially when you live on your own and you have to take care of yourself. I really got to be on it. Like, bitch, we cannot slack.
You have
it's
no
just
option.
me.
You have no option.
There's no option. So, yeah, my faith in God has just gotten a lot more stronger as I've gotten older, for real.
He pulls you through some stuff, you know. You got to be grateful, for sure. Yeah. Damn, we just went deep.
Yo, I'm about to get a little deeper.
Yeah.
So, do you guys really think, like, God is watching over every step? Or is it more like, if you're doing everything right, it's just more like that's what it is about having God with you. If you're doing right, you're always going to have right around you. It's not necessarily a God over every human all day. It's if you are living through God,
being intentional.
You're walking with God. God is with you because you're living through God.
I believe God just favors his children who are like listening to him and being obedient to him. So it's like what you said. Yeah, if I'm doing right, why wouldn't he bless me? But sometimes you're doing right and you feel like you're not getting blessed. You know what I mean?
I don't.
God,
Well, I know what you mean.
You feel that in the moment, but then if you put your trust in it, with time, you're like, oh, I get it. I get why you didn't let that opportunity happen for me, or you let that person reject me. I understand now, because now everything's better. So it's like, yeah, you just gotta like chill, like know that he's watching you. I do feel like he's always with me though, watching everything.
When you say he, you really think it's like?
I say he because that's how I was raised.
I know.
Think of him that way.
I get that.
So now I can't picture him in any other like
form.
No,
like,
but I mean,
see
you picture like Jesus, or like you picture a human.
No, I picture like a being, but it's not a man. I don't know how to explain it.
I see aura,
I see like a floating light or something.
An empty robe.
No, I see like the sky and a massive sun and shit. Like, I don't know. That's what I envision. Like, you can't see him, but he's up there.
It's like a little bubble, like a little aura bubble that just kind of follows you around, you know.
What religion you grew up in?
Christian, my family, but you know, as you get older, it gets those lines get a little blurred, you know. So I've always had a really big faith in God, and then when I went to college, they had us learn like astronomy or whatever, like, you know, teaching you about like space. And, you know, making you test your faith in God. So I've always had this thing of like, there's a middle ground of like, you have to believe there's a higher power, but then you also have to believe that you have to live in this world with intent. Because as much as you want to believe in God, but intentionally you're doing the wrong things, God is going to date con la chancleta here and there.
Oh, yeah.
To whip you back into shape. So there's like that little fine line of, you know, got to believe in both for sure.
And what about today? How you dealing with religion or God?
I would say like personal faith. Because I feel like God is more so yourself. Like when you come in home to yourself. So we put our faith on this extra person or being, but as we get older, we realize that being is just us, ourselves. Everybody has their own passage that is honing you back to you. So whichever path that is for everyone, you're your own God, and whatever faith that is for you. That's what I think.
So if you're God, and when they say God is only person that can judge you, it's you judging yourself.
It's just you.
Because you're the only person watching
only
yourself.
Judgment is you.
Deep.
Yeah.
I agree.
Oh man, we could go in for that one, yo.
Woo, if you want to keep going, we could. I'm ready to switch it up.
Just to like add a little, because that's so true. The way you judge yourself is how like it affects how you move in the world. Yeah. The decisions you make. Like if you don't think you're worthy, you surround yourself and put yourself in situations where you're unworthy. You keep getting proven that you're unworthy. Like people disrespect you, they mistreat you, and like you feel like shit about yourself when you're in those environments. It's like because you believe you belong there. When you know, like when you have that sense of self-respect, it's like, no, you can't talk to me like that. Or I'm not going to be in this situation. I don't have to put up with this. Why am I? I'm better than this. And you walk away. So that's like so fucking true.
Yeah. And then it affects your decision making, which ultimately leads to your outcome in life. So because you're the power of your own destiny. For sure.
Talk about it.
No, for real.
So let's switch it up a little bit. It's a very tough topic.
Oh, shit.
Sorry to do this, bro.
Oh, bro.
No, not bro.
But I'm not saying your name. I have this friend. He's been hanging and banging his whole life. No kids, no girl, no
Bachelor
wife.
life, just kicking it.
Hanging and banging. He's older than me. I don't even know how much older, but he's older than me.
Okay.
Through his hanging and banging, one of the females that he had in rotation, he felt nothing for, but it just happened, and she just fell inside the rotation. 3 years later, he's pretty much in love with her. She's in love with him. She's claiming him. He tells her he's claiming her, but he sees her as a 5, so he can't accept her as his girlfriend.
Excuse me.
Hold on, wait. Can we another beer real quick? Because hold on.
Cup, I got you.
Hold on.
I'm trying to digest.
So, okay, can I just repeat the story back so I can make sure I understand? Okay.
Please, because.
So he swinging dick, basically, just outside with it. Cool. And one of the girls in the rotation, he didn't really like her like that.
She was in the rotation.
She was just chilling. Okay.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
But then over time, he has fallen for her. She has fallen for him. But so she's claiming him. He's not claiming her because basically she's a 5 out of a 10.
What is
doesn't
he?
think she's that attractive. Oh, what is he?
That's the real question.
Character, good personality, charming.
Amazing,
Okay.
smart, intellectual,
Okay.
good person, driven, goal-oriented. He's a good person. But
Okay, I think it's only.
you know, while you guys think,
Yeah, because.
there was you know those shows where they get married blindly.
Oh yeah,
Love is Blind.
Love is Blind. Oh, I love that show.
I don't know, one of
can't
the
wait for it.
seasons or whatever, there was a couple where
I think I know which one you're talking about too.
there was an attraction, I think, from the female to the male or something.
Mm-hmm.
But supposedly they just fell in love and they just had the same goal in mind and the same life, and they looked past that. Well, she looked past that,
Right.
and supposedly they're happily ever after.
Mm-hmm.
So it's possible to look past.
But it depends his will.
Your-
Like, how much do you love her that you're willing to look past that?
And why does it matter? You know what
If
I
he
mean?
You
loves
know it
her.
matters. Can you wake up to someone you're not attracted to?
But he
I
must be
have.
attracted to her to
I
a certain
have.
extent.
No,
Right.
Well,
To a
I mean-
certain extent.
He's been
yeah, 5.
fucking
It's
her
It
for
can't
to
be
a
all,
certain
yeah,
extent.
but it can't be
It's-
all personality. It has to
but
be
it's-
something about her
yeah.
physically that he likes.
Yeah, it's a 5. But he doesn't.
And first of all, wait a minute, real quick. Is 5 low? Because why are we acting like a 5 is really bad?
Yeah.
Some people would say it's average because it's in the middle.
Okay,
So
but
let's
just
define.
an average.
Let's
She's just an
define the
average
scale.
chick. Like, I mean, if the 5 is turning you on and you haven't left for
Right.
3 years, like, what is the problem? Did he tell her that?
hell no.
No, you
Oh,
can't say that.
I was about to say, because I'm like,
If he told her
He
that and
is
she
wild.
stood,
he is wild.
She
At this point, he has
needs
to marry
therapy.
her.
Yeah, straight
And
up,
or
straight up.
something like marriage counseling. I don't know, but
okay, wait, hold on. I want to get back to the question. Why does it matter?
Why does what matter? Looks?
Why does he care about her being a 5? Does he care what people are going to say
Yes.
about him when he goes out with her and claims her?
That's what I asked him.
Okay.
that's that. I
And
think
what was
that's
the
really what it is.
Yes.
Okay, so he cares. Okay, so can I just...
He also cares about being physically attracted to his woman. He wants to come home and say, "Damn, I want to."
I want that too. I want that too.
Yeah, that the intimacy part is very important in a
So
relationship.
imagine
So-
coming home and looking at this person and saying, "Damn, I don't even want
I
to
don't
kiss
even
this
feel it.
person."
I don't, because sometimes you may not like the person. Like maybe y'all got into an argument, so you're like, I really don't like you, but I'm still attracted to you, and I still want you.
So imagine
Yeah.
you,
You know
hate
what I
them
mean?
and they're ugly.
And
yeah, you make them. You hate them more. You hate them more.
Yo, we
I hate
spoke a
this
little-
for you, sis.
we
Wherever
spoke
you
a-
are, like I hate
no,
this for you.
bendito.
Oh my God,
No, bendito, that's sad.
I even brought you about my friends looking all ugly
girl,
and shit.
come
Girl,
hang
love
out
and
with
light.
us.
Love
Come
and
hang out
light.
with us.
We
We're gonna
will
make
find you a
sure
boo.
you have a good
We will
time.
find you a boo.
Yeah, come to one of our events. We'll
And
make
he's
sure
gonna
you
think
find
you're
you.
a 10, not a 5.
Yes, absolutely.
No, let's
Ain't-
get back to your friend.
His friend is probably here like, yo, leave my girl.
He's probably like, yo, why
Leave
you
her
got those
alone.
bitches talking shit?
I'm sorry. I think it's very important. If
I'm
you have a
definitely
girl,
sending him this episode.
he's gonna freaking
Give him the
cry.
exact timestamps too.
Oh, yeah.
We want you to hear it.
Leave him,
Oh,
sis.
man. He needs this. He needs this.
No, all right. So it does matter. So then he needs to cut that shit off.
He needs to practice discernment.
Ooh, expound.
Like he just needs to understand because I think he might be a little selfish because maybe she's very dependent on him or whatever. Maybe she provides
She feeds his ego.
Yeah, she feeds his ego, or maybe she supplies his lifestyle in a certain way where he's very comfortable, I think.
She treats him like a king.
That's the problem, though.
But isn't that important?
But it is important, but if he knows that she's a good woman and she is capable of doing that, but he knows he's not capable of giving it right back to her, just for the simple fact he's embarrassed to bring her out of the house.
To use those, get those benefits.
He's using those benefits for his own self. So now he needs to be, I'm sorry, friend, mature enough to be able to be like, you know what, this is a great woman. She treats a man like a king, but she's just not for me. She needs to go be with someone that's going to view her as a 10 and is going to want to show her off and let her flourish. That's just not for you. You can't, withhold everything to yourself. You got to let it go. Let her be happy. 3 years. That's pretty much what I told him.
I said, if looks are this important to you, this relationship is not for you.
And you know what?
It's not gonna work.
To the friend, you can find a beautiful woman that you think is a 9 or a 10, and she can also treat you very well and treat you like a king too. That's not impossible.
Let's call him Jimmy.
Jimmy. Yes.
Yeah, Jimmy.
I just feel like we like to do that. Like, oh, well, if they're pretty, then that means they don't have substance, or they're not gonna no, that's not true. There's a lot of beautiful women who will do whatever, be as submissive as you want them to be. Like, we don't have to just choose one or the other.
Everybody trying to gatekeep everything.
That's a scarcity mindset, in my opinion.
What?
That you think you can't find that. So you have to settle, like someone who's both. So you feel like you have to settle. No, get rid of that mindset. Nothing good comes from there. Nothing but bitterness and resentment, and you feeling like you settled for less because you feel like you did. Essentially, that's what you're doing.
It's gonna start affecting her in the long run.
It's gonna get worse before it gets
better. I told
him
he's gonna end up cheating.
Yeah,
for sure.
And then
1,000%.
What's he gonna do when he needs to bring her out? And she's gonna be there like, why you not posting me? Or like, why you not bringing me around your friends?
I'm glad you said the word posting. So he said that she said, I post you. Why don't you post me? 3 years.
Oh. My
this
baby,
is what
she's
he
hurting.
does. You want to hear game? Y'all want to hear game?
Yeah, drop the files.
My man said,
let me take notes.
So what I have to do is, for the 24 hours that I post her on my story, I have to block everybody.
No way. No, seriously?
Franjez,
do you know how much work that is? You might as well just leave the girl.
Stop.
Just leave her.
You're hurting us.
Oh my
Jimmy,
God.
you are breaking our hearts right now, Jimmy.
Game.
Jimmy.
That's not even game. This is like evil. Like what? Like
if you gotta do all that, is it worth it?
How many followers? How many followers does he have?
Because not crazy,
or like he's blocking his close
it's not
people.
Too many. Whoever's gonna view a story.
Right.
It might be 20 people, even if it is. It's work, but that's the work that people go through.
For why?
Why?
When they're embarrassed.
But you see, then I'm not. Okay. Right? I think there needs to be a certain level of maturity here.
I'm hurt for her.
Because I feel like when you get to a place where you're really mature and you want to handle things like an adult and you're comfortable in your skin, and again, no scarcity mindset, then you're able to be like, yo, this doesn't, like Cyn said, it doesn't serve me. I don't want to live this type of quality of life. Like, I don't deserve a quality of life where I have to do this. I deserve a life where I can be confident about the person I'm in a relationship with, show them off, and feel good about myself, and feel good about the person I chose. And if you don't feel that, then why do you feel like you deserve that type of life? Am I bugging?
Nope.
We need to do better. We need to do better.
Sold. No lies.
Tap in. You need to tap in with you. What do you want for real? Because that's crazy.
It has more to say about him than
of
the
course
girl.
It does, and he knows it.
Yeah, I mean, at least he's
aware. I spoke to this guy for like an hour about this.
No.
He's like, he understands.
So then, what
shallow.
is he doing about it?
He's sticking with her.
God.
I said, bro, let her go. You drag her on.
I feel like there's 90% of men. Let me not even generalize it like that, but I feel like I have these conversations with a lot of guys.
Oh,
like,
yeah. They keep their options open, hoping for the dime.
Yeah, just.
Which will probably never come and end up settling, and it's all
women.
Nobody's happy.
Yeah, and when I feel like women
now the woman's not happy because the man's not happy.
See, so it becomes a toxic cycle.
Of course.
And I feel like women are tapping in,
having sex and having babies and raising babies in these
toxic
other
cycles. Families and in other families, you know. Now you find out your husband has like 7 kids out of your relationship. You didn't even know. He's Dominican.
And you know what? That's a low number because I've heard of 12.
Dang.
So it's like, come on, please. Listen, love and light. I'll be praying for you, Jimmy.
Let her come outside with us.
Let her go, right? We'll find her a nice man.
Jimmy's probably gonna hate us.
She's a 5. Nobody wants her.
No, but Jimmy, this is all love.
He don't want her.
Stop. That's fucked.
I could probably show him 10 guys that want her.
Let's switch it up a little bit. The ridiculousness of the "I need a man to put me in my feminine energy" statement. What is this?
Okay. All right.
What is this?
But have you heard it before?
Of course.
As a man, can I just ask you how you feel about it? When you hear it just like first.
Okay, first, this is what I'm thinking. Because I haven't done research on none of this.
Good.
So I want to come into
raw
this.
thoughts.
Yeah.
So, in reality, men are the provider, women are the nurturer. And back before equality and women are equal to men,
Don't look at me. I ain't fight for that.
there was more unity because roles were respected and understood. Now roles are equal 100%. So there's no natural roles chemistry-wise. Now it's just social media roles and 2024 roles. Biology roles are the proper roles.
But even that is messed up.
Biology's never messed up. God did.
But I'm saying in the sense of like people, they don't even want to accept their role of themselves.
They don't want to accept it.
You know, so it's like
That's the issue.
we all over the place right
So
now.
just don't settle. And that's the best you can do in 2024 is don't settle because nobody is shit.
No, I think what it is that we just have to find the same way we have to find our tribe, find our community. We also have to find our partners. A lot of trials and tribulation, but you just gotta find people that make sense to you.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't
Don't settle.
Yeah,
Don't settle,
like I see so many people that come and talk to me about their relationships, and let's say it's a girl, she's mad because her man's not a provider or whatever, and I want to be home. So go find yourself a man that's what he wants to do because.
But be valuable enough for a man to want
that.
to.
Exactly. If that's
spend
the role
his money on
if
that.
that's the role you want to play, you better come with it 150%.
Exactly.
You know, you're gonna
so
find
that's
yourself
the problem in 2024. The women aren't doing what the men want. The men aren't doing what the women want. Everybody's fucked
It's
up.
just a big mesh right now.
It's a big game.
The
It's
dating
drama.
pool sucks right now.
But I think it was more so with that, I keep hearing it from like the standpoint of if you're with a partner, and this goes back to finding somebody who's right for you. You're with a partner who you feel like you have to be overly aggressive with, right? And so girls, they don't want to do that. Oh, I don't want to keep arguing with him, but he puts me in my masculine energy. And it's like, well, you're tolerating. Exactly.
That
You're
mindset
tolerating a
is
person that's making you aggressive. If you don't want to be aggressive, then don't be with that person, or just learn how to control yourself. So for me, I never understood it because it's like, you're not really taking accountability for your role in it. And you think that you're a woman. So like, how could anybody make you more feminine than you? Like me as a woman, I'm very feminine. Everything about me is feminine. The way I talk, the way I walk, even with the way I handle business, it's feminine. I feel like I'm kind. I say please and thank you. I ask for help. I'll be a damsel in distress. I'm not lifting shit. Like that's what the men are for. But I feel like people will think, oh, but you work so much. And that's another thing. Girls are like, well, I work so much. So it's like I'm in my masculine all the time. And it's like working doesn't mean that you're masculine. Like you can still be feminine in everything you do. A man can't teach me how to be a woman. That's the part that I don't understand. So it's like, why do you keep saying you need a man to put you in your feminine? Just be feminine.
Just be yourself.
Well, I think what the phrase might be about is if a woman is just doing everything by herself, she wants a man to do for her so she can feel feminine. Hold the door for me. Open the door for me. Pay the bill for me. Do this for me. I want to feel like I'm being taken care of by a man. I don't want to keep paying my own bills and opening my own doors and taking myself out to eat and taking myself on vacations. I want a man to lead, and I want to feel like his princess.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You want that? You want that?
Yep.
Everybody wants that.
Yeah.
I want that
Big
now.
princess energy over here. Like,
how do you feel about that though?
Nah, it's straight up. I'm all for that if both parties are on the same understanding. That's beautiful. If that's what you both want, that's perfect. Fairy tale shit. Go ahead.
yeah.
Okay, so do you feel like that dynamic will last if they just naturally do it, or do they have to talk about
They
it?
have to talk about it.
Communication.
Assumptions will get you nowhere. I'm all about clear communication, black and white. Are we going or are we not going? Am I cutting you off or not?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's my favorite line of yours. I use that all the time.
Cutting
What
you
are
off
we
or
doing?
not?
I'm like, cutting you off or not?
Straight up.
Straight up. I am. All right, great. And it don't even got to be a long, drawn-out argument or nothing. It's like, all right, we done.
Yeah, a quick text. Yes or no. Answer right here.
Just give me the thumbs up or thumbs down. Don't even got to say yes or no. Not that ass.
Fuck the back and
Yo,
forth.
now with technology, just thumb up or thumb down my message.
Yeah.
You don't even got to reply. Thumb up or thumb down
Christ.
it. I love
crazy.
it.
It's
Apple.
ugly out here.
Apple, man. I
No,
love
it's
it.
good. It's good to dead shit. It is.
I hate that
Thumb up
shit.
is
That's my
powerful.
problem.
The thumb up is powerful nowadays. That means got you.
Heard
That's
you.
it.
The thumb up is negative now. The thumb down is more positive than the thumb up. That's crazy.
Right? Like if you thumbs up my message, I'm like, hello.
I'm like, all right,
You
so
respect
shut
the
the
thumbs
fuck up, basically. All right,
Right?
probably.
Like,
I'm not saying shit
conversation's
else.
over.
I'm not
And
saying shit
I'm not
else.
double texting after that.
When they dislike, there's room for
You
asking
respect it.
questions.
You respect it. Oh, you don't
Yeah.
like that? All right, what about this?
Yeah.
Thumb up is like, fuck you, yo.
Yeah, that thumbs up is gonna start a lot of
That's
arguments.
crazy.
For sure.
The thumbs up is low key toxic. Now when you think
Yo.
about it,
2024 is crazy.
Everything's changing.
everything's changing.
A lot of people are depressed.
Oh,
A lot of people are depressed.
Are you guys? Do you have depressive episodes?
oh yeah.
We all do.
We do,
We all suffer from depression and anxiety.
for sure.
It just, if you focus on one too much, it becomes,
That's what I was gonna
Yeah,
say.
that's when you're gonna start
Everything.
spiraling.
it becomes your everything. I try to tell it to my daughter, but it hasn't clicked in her head yet.
No.
Oh, me too.
She's 16. It's
My-
still,
My daughter's 12, and like
Hard to
she
click.
goes through this like social anxiety and being depressed, and I'm like, girl, me too. Like, but we gonna rock it out, you know. But it's hard to try to speak to someone because even myself, like, I could talk to my friends all day, like, yo, I'm down, like, and no matter what advice they give me, I'm still down. So it's kind of like hard to like see your kid go through the same thing. It's like, damn, I want to shake you up and like let you know like it's okay, but it's hard. It's hard for us as individuals, hard to see your friends, your family, your kids go through it. It's like, how do we fix it?
Yeah.
You
What
know?
do you tell your daughter? Like,
Yeah.
what exactly do you tell
she
your
hasn't
daughter?
ever said that she's depressed or
Okay.
anything. I just try to tell her that
Mm-hmm.
whenever you're feeling down, it's just you're leaning towards the depression. Whenever you're feeling anxious, everybody has that balance.
But do you feel like, for both of you, do you feel like you can pick up on when your children are feeling down?
Of course.
Okay. How? Like, what's the? Can you give me a? Because I don't have kids.
It's the face.
It's the face.
Well, my
Yeah.
daughter's the face. 100%.
Mine too. Mine will start crying out of nowhere.
Mine's
Yeah.
very
Yeah, that's-
emotional too.
Mhm.
Yeah, she'll cry.
And I'd be like, what's wrong? It was like one time we went to a basketball game and I looked over because, you know me, I'm just hype as hell. Like, woo. And I turn around. I'm like, why are you crying? She's like, I just feel very anxious right now. There's a lot of people here. And I'm like, it's okay. Like, I had to, you know, give her like a second for her to get herself together.
Yeah.
So now I started paying attention to a little, like, you know, those little patterns. Like, okay, now I see.
I don't got time for none of that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm straightforward. I'm black
Yeah.
and white. With
So what
it.
do you say?
I'm
What would you
business.
say?
I don't got time for none of that. Yo, shape it up. We're here. We're gonna like. We're here for this.
Yeah.
Deal with that later. Like, I try to get in her head where it's like, don't worry about the negative stuff that's going on in your head. We're here. This is what we're doing. We're gonna enjoy this moment. We're gonna go home later. You could worry about what you're worrying about. Right here, we're doing what we're doing here.
Be present.
We're here
Yeah.
for a reason. Like,
Be
pretty much be
present.
present.
Be
We're here for a reason. We're gonna
Enjoy it.
Do
be.
you feel like you approach it that way because you're a man, or is that how your parents handled you?
I'm a different kind of person. I was a correction officer for 8.5 years. That
yes.
definitely
You have
made
to-
Made you tougher.
that. Yeah, it made me definitely more black and white.
Yeah.
Nothing really phases me. So that might have
can
been
see that.
that might have been
I can see
that
that, for
might have
sure.
been part of it.
Mm-hmm.
But even before that, I was always a pretty serious person. Like I was always responsible. I don't know why. I don't know. I was put in an incubator when I was born. They thought I ate my mom's shit or something like that, but I didn't. But they put me in there just in case. I don't know if that had anything to do with it. But I feel like I was born a little different. I'm a little different. I don't know.
Because you ate shit.
I possibly did.
I was
At
gonna
an
say
early
that. I was
age.
like, I don't know.
First
if I'm
meal
gonna say
on
that.
earth.
Sometimes you gotta eat shit,
To
and then you
flourish.
become tougher.
You can't be a tree without the
Nah,
manure and the
deadass.
fertilizer.
No, that was
That's
dead.
so
I'm not even
true.
trying to be funny. I'm being dead ass serious.
straight
like,
up.
You
You gotta
gotta
start
go
from the
through some
bottom.
shit to be like, you know what, I'm good. And you know what? I was gonna say in response to your daughter, because I feel like at 12, I went through that shit too. And I don't know, I wasn't going through shit for me to be that sad. So I think real life shit needs to happen to you.
For you to really know.
For you to be like, yo, I'm good. Like, I got through this. I got through that. I got through that. Like, this little bump in the road, I'm good. I'm not even going to focus on this shit.
Do you feel like the music you listened to back then helped you through it or made it worse?
No, it made it worse.
I
was listening to rock music,
saddest music in the world.
What?
These people are suicidal.
And the reason.
Used to have me in my bag for no reason. I was like probably like 13.
The reason by Hoobastank. Remember that song?
And the reason is you. What?
I loved music back then. The Linkin Park didn't help.
Especially because the guy killed himself.
Oh my God. Even. Come on, man.
That was like, and that just made all that music seem like
even
it was
like the pop
sensitive.
girls came out like a lot, and they were trying to be like Avril Lavigne was very sad. Ashley Simpson was very sad.
Yeah,
like
we had a
lot
lot
of
of sad
girls.
music.
Everything was sad.
Everything was sad.
You know, they say the music taps into your frequency. So sometimes whatever you're listening to, like, give me a bottle of Taylor Port and some Keisha Cole. I promise you, I'm gonna be in my bag like somebody just broke my heart, and I'll be perfectly
But you know,
fine.
these are these smart executives just saying, I need to plug in this girl with these lyrics because this taps into
why we have
how people
Sexy Red. That's why we have Ice Spice. It's low frequency music.
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn up to it, but it's not feeding my soul. Like I'm not getting
time.
Yeah.
We love you,
still
sexy.
twerk.
Word, we love you, sexy. We
It's
love
just not
sexy.
it's feeding the body, not the soul. It's feeding the flesh, and that's why we can't fuck with it. We can't fuck with it.
So, Josh Deuce, the guy from Stockroom Records, me and him were always talking about people hating online. He put on a song about like love and peace. It was like a alternative rock song, I guess, kind of hip hop-ish. And then he got a lot of hate in the comments. Do you think it's people that hate themselves are just spreading hate on other people?
Absolutely.
Yes.
I feel like when you're a miserable person, that's all you know. That's all you do. I am such like always protecting my peace and trying to revel in joy. I have never gone on the internet and just started going in on somebody the way these people do.
What are those people called? Again? Trolls.
Yeah, online trolls.
There's
they're
people
losers.
that make that their hobby.
That's
like,
their thing.
It's the hate that
they make fake accounts just to they'll say the same thing to you 100 times just to make you feel like shit. And it's like, how miserable do you have to be to literally? Do you know how much energy that is? You have to go make a whole another Google account to create another Instagram for you to leave another nasty comment under my page. Like, seriously, you need peace.
Have you dealt with that?
Huh?
Have you dealt with that?
I've seen it on Twitter. Yeah.
Okay.
I've dealt with some hate comments on Twitter.
Thank God, not yet.
So even on the,
I get hate comments, but not like somebody like making a comment.
Yeah.
Like multiple
Like
accounts.
fake accounts.
Nobody's really attacking me.
Right.
People just throw the little insults, which is
Which
doesn't faze me.
Can we just love each other? Seriously.
It's the
or
internet.
just keep your comments to yourself. Like, I feel like everybody's just really trying to make it.
But
or just being honest.
Every post has a comment box.
Yeah, that's the thing too. That everybody feels like they're entitled.
Everybody got a voice.
Who made this already?
Every piece of shit got a voice. How do you guys feel when you outgrow friends? You feel guilty or you feel like it's on them?
This is such a big one.
Because
let's dig deep.
I mean, I don't know how, whatever. We want to talk about yours.
Let's get into it.
No.
You know, shot.
No,
if I take another shot, I'll be here crying.
Perfect.
Like,
Let's do it.
No. Outgrowing friends. I feel like I used to feel guilty over it, and now I don't give a fuck. I'm being so real. Like, I just feel like when you're more focused on what you're trying to do, it's like anything that's a hindrance to that, you need to go.
What's the process of doing it though? It's an actual conversation, or they just notice they can't hit you up no more?
That.
You usually block, delete.
I don't. So all right, if I really fucked with you, you were my friend for real, I wouldn't block you or delete you or anything. But you're just
watch
there.
my growth. You don't fit into this growth, so you know not to hit me up.
Cheers. Cheers to that.
Yo, sir.
He took the words out of my mouth. I don't gotta say shit. I don't have to say shit. But it's no beef.
Because I'm living it. Because I'm living it.
Okay, so you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about.
It's like
I don't got time for this.
People used to hit me up with dumb shit, and then they just completely stopped.
Yeah.
Because they realized, oh shit, he's still going up.
Yeah.
He's still going up. What the fuck? He's still going.
He's not entertaining.
So all the little hate, all the little dumb shit. All right, Thank you for your bullshit.
We see
I'm still
you.
going. Next week, I'm still going. Next
Yeah.
week, I'm still going. Eventually, they're like, I'm gonna just shut the fuck up until he fails. Everybody's just waiting for me to fail.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it is with
That
every
sucks.
successful person. Like, for example, Drake. I just say Drake because he's like the biggest pop star in the world.
Yeah.
Everybody wants him to fail,
Yeah, they
especially
do.
other musicians because they want his spot.
Of course.
And that's always the way it is.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I'm a nobody, I'm like
Right.
I'm like an ant compared to
Right.
anybody successful. Because I'm not even successful in how I want to be, but I'm on my way up.
Yeah.
And
No,
it's
but you know
just
what?
tough.
I think it's more so on a deeper level. Of course, I'm gonna think it's on a deeper level. I think everything's on a deeper level.
Yeah.
But it is. So let's
is
tap
for
in right
sure.
now.
But it is.
No, but it is because they may not give a fuck about
Where you're
having their
going.
own podcast.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck about
Or your
networking with
success.
people.
They just
They
want
don't
to be online. They
No,
just
but
wanna
it's
be
like you show
in it.
them the confidence that they don't have.
Ooh.
You show them the discipline, the consistency that they don't have.
That's the word right there.
And it's like, fuck. I don't have that. I can't do that. So fuck this bitch you can. Period.
But that sucks.
And it's like, you don't want to think
That's
about it that
sad.
way because, again, we look at it like, well, I'm nobody. I don't do shit. Like, I live a regular
Yeah.
fucking life.
But
I do this for the joy of it.
And if it were to be you the other way around, you're not looking at your friend like
Right.
that. Like, if anything, you're supporting your friend. You're like, okay, bitch,
Spitting.
you're going up. I support you. Like, whatever you're doing, count me in. If I could help you, whatever. So I think it has a lot more to do with that mental of like, damn, you couldn't support me through this, or like the little nasty side comments or whatever. Like,
Yep.
all right, well, I mean, what are you gonna do?
I had a friend. We were best friends for 10 years. This was my bitch. You probably met her a few times because I used to go out with her all the time. It's like where you saw me, you saw her. And I started doing pop-ups. She started talking shit online.
About your pop-ups?
About my pop-up. She never even went. So she got mad basically because I don't even know why she got mad. I was posting my pop-ups. I guess she wanted me to give her a direct invitation. I don't know. So she was like, I don't care how many times you post your event. You could post it 50 times. I'm still not going.
wait,
But
she
did
just
she
randomly
repost
reached
it?
out to you to say this?
She
Text?
posted it on an IG story. This is a person that I was friends with for 10 years.
But when did you guys stop being close?
We didn't. We were always close. For me, I was always reaching out, right? Like, okay. So she got into a relationship, and then
Okay,
as I'm
so you
reaching
guys
out
kinda-
a little bit, but it wasn't that we argued or anything. It was just, okay, you're doing your thing,
Yeah,
I'm
of
doing
course.
mine. So I have my podcast and my events. That's it. But I would always try
so
to
she
like
stayed like this,
Right.
and you went like this,
right.
And she said,
So
F
what-
that B.
The the little thing that happened before this thing was like I had my 100 episode event, and I was so excited, and I celebrated it at Mi Tierra, Shanghai, whatever. She came and she was a wet blanket the whole time. If you don't know what a wet blanket is, she was just a Debbie Downer, just sitting down con su
We
cara.
hate Debbie
And listen, I'm telling you
Downers.
right now, I put this on everything I love. She's always been the life of the party every time we go out. So why is it that at my event where I'm being celebrated, all of a sudden you're tired,
Hate.
left early?
Hate.
Didn't want to didn't even say hi to me.
Hate.
Yeah.
Came to the event and sat down first. I missed that part. Came to the event, sat down, and I was like, damn, like, I didn't even know you were here. Oh, because you were taking pictures. I don't want to bother you.
Hate.
Oh,
You're my best friend of 10
Yeah.
years. What are you talking about?
Oh, you watched
Get in
Insecure,
the
right?
picture.
You watched Insecure, right?
Yeah.
It reminds me of like, you know how every time Issa used to like try to do her events and, you know, follow her dreams, her best friend always had
Something
to
negative.
argue with her
Always.
at her events, and they always used to bicker back and forth. And I always used to watch the episodes like,
That's
why
good
is there
writing.
of
Good
course.
writing, because it's real shit.
Like every
Yeah,
time she's doing
relatable.
something, the friend is complaining. She wants to talk about her relationships or like things that have nothing to do with what Issa was focused on. And I paid attention
But
to
what
that.
about me?
But what
That's
about
why.
me?
That's
I
how
think it's a
women
problem
are.
with the codependency.
But what about me?
Yeah,
This
I'm
is your
sorry.
big birthday party, but what about?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
I'm
about my
sorry.
problems?
That's my time.
Yeah.
That was my time to shine.
Yeah.
Because the 6 days out of the week, my attention's on you. This one day, this is my day.
I
You
need
gotta
you
be
to
able to
be there
respect-
for me.
yeah.
And
What
you
I- what
can't
I've
even
been-
be there for me.
What I've been teaching my daughter is just cut these people off. They're
Cut 'em
temporary. She's in high school kids. I'm like, these are temporary people.
No, but when you're at that age, you think
I
that's
know,
like,
I
that's your
know.
world.
Your
I'm
friends
trying
forever.
Yep.
I'm trying to let her know. I went through high school. I barely know anybody from high school anymore.
Yeah.
I
These are
officially don't talk to
temporary
anybody
people.
from high school anymore.
I got a couple.
I have a few friends.
Oh, no, I have
They're
one.
kind of like
I go to
family
Vegas
still.
once a year
Yeah.
to
Like
visit
two
her.
or three, maybe I'd say. That you like.
Yeah.
That's insane.
But I try to let her know these are temporary people. If they argue, if they make you feel weird, if they ever insulted you or anything like that, just cut them off. They're temporary anyway. That's all it is.
Yeah.
So yeah, the outgrowing friends thing. Now it's like, yo, if I can outgrow that toxic, negative, just drama, childish bullshit, I'm good. I don't give a fuck. We don't have to talk. There doesn't have to
Everybody
be one
go your
last
separate
convo.
ways.
We chillin'. Just get the fuck away from me.
Yeah, I'm trying to
You
be like
won.
Natalie.
You won.
You
I don't
got
want to
it.
be right.
You
You
won.
got
Oh,
it.
fuck the
You
ego
the
with
man.
that.
Got it.
You the man.
Fuck the ego with that. You got it. Whatever you think I am, whatever you said I was, yes.
You the
Talk
man.
it.
You the
Talk
man.
it.
You got it.
Talk it.
Talk it.
And
I
I
don't give
feel
a
like that's
shit.
so important because I remember I had a conversation with Natalie and I'm telling her like, yo, like I think I have really bad attachment issues, maybe, because when it comes to my friends, like I hold them very dear to me. And then when these friendships like fall off for whatever reason, one, it catches me by surprise. 'Cause it's like, where the fuck did that come from? Like, when did we even have an issue? That's one.
Oof.
And two, I actually like grieve them for a while instead of like just being able to be like, all right, bitch, fuck out of here. You don't want to be my friend. Bye. I actually grieve my friendships. I think probably more than a relationship, to tell you the truth. Like,
Why do you think that is? Let's get deeper. Why do you think that is?
because I feel like, at least for me, I feel like men, those type of relationships, you kind of already have an expectation that they might not work out for whatever reason, or like you trial errors. But your friends are your friends. They're just supposed to be with you through the 10 different guys that you might deal with in your life. You know what I'm saying?
Man, you just slow down.
I'm just saying, like, they supposed to be there through all of that.
No,
you
I
know,
feel
but
you,
like,
yeah.
if you my friend,
where it's like no judgment.
yeah,
You hold me down. Like, I get what you're saying because I feel the same way about my
Yeah,
friends
like,
too.
shoot.
Be fucking loyal.
we like this. But
Be loyal.
if you can't make it through like one of these really bad relationships of mine because for whatever reason you hate me because how I am, like, I'm sorry. If we can't move past this version of me and you hate me, then just gotta let it go.
I
I'm
also
off.
just feel like, yeah, like keeping people like that, you can't progress. When you're trying to do shit, like how we're trying to do shit, you can't progress because they're like sucking
Holding
the
you
life out
back.
of you.
Or the
You
negative
need people
comments.
to uplift you and just be like, yes, bitch, I
I'm trying
believe
to find
in you.
that
I got
circle.
you. I'm getting
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I'm getting
You might have to
it.
create
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I created it.
That's what you got to do.
That to the point that in the last pop-up, like even you said it, but Amy said, all my friends are like, wow, your friends are so cool, but they're all talking about each other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like,
'Cause
yeah,
you
it's
feel
all
the
of you.
energy.
It's good energy. I don't have anybody so far as of right now. I don't have anybody around me. I've cut them off with that negativity.
Yeah.
you go.
Let's just call
And
it what
my
it is.
life
Is that
just
mean
feels
girl
like
energy
I can
thing.
breathe.
Yeah, that mean girl energy thing, you just gotta keep it at
No
home.
mean girls.
Like, we like girls, love
Cheers
girls.
to no mean girls.
Cheers to no mean girls.
Yeah, seriously.
No mean girls.
This is like dessert.
Yo,
Ooh,
This
that is
so
sweet.
good.
I don't play games.
That is very sweet.
Oh my God. You should do, real quick, you should do a video about how you make mama
I
juana.
did. I recorded it.
Did
I just
you?
gotta edit it.
Okay, good.
I
made-
need that so I
made
can
this
write it
fresh,
down.
so
Right. Yeah.
I got you. I got the
Wow, that's
measurements and
amazing.
everything. Well, eyeball measurements, but
Smooth.
God will do anything He can to teach you a lesson.
It's very left field.
This can be shown through physically in your body or in how others treat you. Stress manifests itself physically in your skin, hair, and stomach. This reminds me, I just watched an amazing podcast. You know Diary of a CEO? It's an amazing podcast. You guys should definitely
A
tune in.
CO?
CEO.
Oh, CEO. Okay.
We definitely have to
They
watch
he just interviewed Wim Hof. You know how I feel about Wim Hof.
No, who's
the
that?
guy, the
With
Iceman,
the
the
ice-
guy
oh,
with
okay,
with
okay, yes.
the breathing methods.
it. Oh,
Deep conversation where he's really changing lives with this. Like, to fight diseases, to fight mental health, to fight so many inflammation. There's so many benefits from these, just the breath work and the cold water exposures. You guys interested in any of this?
yes.
My man.
I am.
Do you do any of it? Any
No.
cold water, any breath
No,
work?
I'm
or
a hot
anything?
girl.
Hot
Hot
girl for
showers.
real.
That's comfort. That's where
For
the
real.
comfort's
Yeah.
at.
But I do like watch videos about breath work, meditation. Like I try to the holistic stuff. I try to tap into a little bit, but I cannot tell you it gets very overwhelming. You know, like to implement is like a lot. It's like when they tell you to try to be vegan, like it takes a lot of discipline, a lot of structure to actually withhold. So yeah, I would love to get into it. It's just a lot of reading.
But you
and
meditate and stuff.
Yeah.
You do that.
It actually helped. The breath work is what helped me meditate. Like 100%. Because while you're holding your breath, you're thinking about your breath. You're thinking about the moment. You're in the moment. You're not thinking about your car or your bills that are due. You're literally thinking about, I'm holding my breath for over a minute and a half. Because the first session is about a minute and a half. Second session is about 2 minutes. Third is like 3. You can hold your breath up to like 4 minutes. All of us could do it.
Yeah.
We got to practice. Like you have
you
to.
could do it on your first try. I
Really?
you. It's incredible.
Are you at the 4 minute mark?
I don't know. Okay. I don't even time myself anymore.
Okay.
I just close my eyes and just go with it. But
that's a really good technique.
It's really what helped me. It's really what helped me meditate and like be able to hone in, close my eyes and just not worry about anything.
Can I ask you a question?
Hell yeah.
With the meditation?
Hell yeah.
Some people say that meditation is like work of the devil because you're letting evil spirits be able to penetrate your mind because you're in a blank state.
That sounds like the people that want us to be numb and dumb and just be distracted. So they feed that into society. That's so you can don't think, don't let your mind wander. We're supposed
I'm like, the devil
to
has
think.
never entered my mind when I meditated. Like, what are you talking about?
We're supposed to think things through and have a clear mind.
But that's the thing. I do think of a lot. It's like, okay, no, like stop thinking about that. That's the hard part about it.
That's where the discipline really comes from meditating. Because the whole point is to be able to have the strength to like. Because when I try to meditate, I'll start thinking about like, damn, what did I eat yesterday? Like it'll be like random stuff. But then you gotta tell your brain, like really exercise your brain and be like, all right, I don't want to think about that, and just think about. I mean, when I first started meditating, I'm going to sleep. I used to fall asleep and then like very, very fast. So it's like, even that is like, girl, you got to train your body to stay up and really just be here.
Yeah.
But it's a process.
Do you listen to music when you meditate or silence?
Silence. I prefer silence.
Non-guided? You don't like any guided meditation?
When I do the breath work, I prefer doing it, listening to the Wim Hof guided breath work. But I have done it alone and it works just fine. But for like a year straight, I did it with listening to his YouTube video as he says, inhale, exhale, blah, 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 hold your breath, exhale here. And it's just 30 times.
Yeah, I would have to do that guided too.
Yeah.
Even meditation, I like guided meditation.
I wouldn't even know where to start.
To breathe in and breathe out 30 times and you keep it right in the middle.
I could do that. We can do that. That's not hard.
Incredible.
Nah. We could do that. It'll be good to try.
We'll do it and then be like, all right, sounds like we need to go get a hookah. Like,
my lungs are ready.
Yeah, they ready. Now we got to go outside.
We'll probably have a great time, though. Be nice and relaxed.
Have you ever had an outer body experience while meditating?
I've done many psychedelics. So I've associated psychedelics and meditation, definitely.
Okay.
So I could definitely get there. But psychedelics takes you right there.
You ever
Wait,
tried
have you?
shrooms?
No, I'm scared.
Don't be scared. I've done shrooms a few times. I started off with the microdosing, which was fun as hell. Like I took it.
Wait, where were you?
In my house.
Okay.
And I took the microdosing.
Microdosing you're not supposed to feel.
Well, unless I took too many.
You definitely took too much.
Because I was in my kitchen.
What do you mean you're not supposed to feel?
Microdosing is more like medicine.
Yeah. It
like for example.
Gives you the effects, but like at a minimum.
Yeah.
For example, an Advil doesn't numb your whole body.
No, it doesn't.
So when you take mushrooms as a microdose, you're not supposed to feel any effects. It's supposed to just.
It's just supposed to calm you down.
It's supposed to clean your.
Okay, so that I would like.
Yeah,
you
would
like
chill.
that. And it helps you like focus and things like that. But
it's like breaking down an eighth into 1/20th.
Yeah.
Okay.
I took like 2 pills the first time I tried it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Because I was there like...
I don't know what pills those were. I don't know the milligrams, so I can't say.
I don't know either because I tried it for the first time, but I took one.
If you felt it was too much.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, there's nothing going on. I'm like, you obviously doing it like, I'm not feeling anything. So I took another one, and then 30 minutes later, I was in my kitchen making, the sopa. The little orange packet. We all know those. And I was there like I was on Food Network.
No way.
Talking to myself, telling everybody like, okay, so first we're going to start off with the water. We're going to let the water boil. Add the noodles.
Channel.
I did, and it was fun.
Cute. You should have recorded it.
I should have actually. Cute. But it's because like you get so like in the present moment, like you don't even care to do anything. You're just there living.
You're just
like,
living.
And then when I've tried it before, like I've attempted the meditation. the meditation on shrooms. So I was just like, oh yeah, this is nice. Like you completely block everything off. Like
that sounds fantastic.
It really is.
You will love it. I knowing you, I think you would enjoy it.
Okay.
So we definitely have to put that on her bucket list for sure.
No, it is. It was supposed to be for this summer, but I'm like a little scared. I just want to make sure that I do it in the right area. So I guess home would be a good place, right?
Home or outside. And also make
people
sure...
People keep telling me not outside. Like, I'm going to be bugging.
You are?
Yeah.
A lot of people I know, they say to do it outside in nature. Like, to do it around nature.
Trees, leaves blowing.
Like, not outside, like, be in the club, but, like, you can be out
not
around
in
nature.
It depends, because how you getting there? You driving home? It depends.
I would need a designated person.
Home is usually the best place.
Yeah. Okay. Like, if you're, like, on a camping trip, I know a lot of my friends, they've gone to the Poconos, and they'd be like, all right, we're in the Poconos. You know, they're in the backyard, so it's safer. Definitely do it like that.
Okay. Interesting.
10/10 recommend.
I'm learning so much about you.
There's a lot more.
So you gotta come on a pod to get to know somebody. Like, this shit crazy.
Where were you born?
Me in DR.
Where?
In Santo Domingo.
Oh, nice. That's where my mom's from.
Yeah, I'm from like a small town called San Carlos in DR. And then my dad brought me here when I was 3. So I'm technically like, my family's like, es la americanita.
Yeah. You know? And then you came to the Bronx?
So when I first came from DR, I lived in Terrytown up in Sleepy Hollow. And I was there until I was like around 11, 12. And then my dad brought us over to the Bronx. So it was pretty cool experience because over there, you know, Sleepy Hollow is like kind of dead and suburbish, and now I'm in the Bronx and it's like all these people and it's lit. I'm like, okay. My dad's like, nosotros te dañamos cuando traímos para acá. I'm like, you definitely did, because now I know. Now I know what outside is. You know, outside in Sleepy Hollow.
Definitely not. Pumpkin patches and haunted houses.
That's it. And then they have that little small town on Main Street, and that's it.
I don't think I've been.
You should. It's cute. It's like by the Tappan Bridge, but it's kind of like, you know, Halloween Town.
Yeah, that's what
it's kind of like a small village like that.
No, that's not for you, girl.
No.
Like,
I think older Cyn will probably like to be in a place like that. But for now, no, we outside. Just saying.
No. Yeah.
Until
definitely
then.
like residential more. It's quiet. It's very quiet.
And vintage. Everything looks very like old school. The buildings, galleries, like.
Let's talk about high society.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what's going on with it? Give us an update.
Okay. Let's start from the beginning. Now, let me stop. All right. So, you know, I had the Least Favorite podcast. All right. So for those who don't know, I started that in 2021. Over 130 episodes. Thank you. But I recently ended it because I started doing pop-up shops under that name. Like, it was like sponsored by the Least Favorite. But then I got to a point, especially this year, I'm like, yo, I'm not the least of anything, and I don't want to keep doing anything under that name. And also, it was just getting confusing having a podcast page and then having like events on that page too. Like, it was getting very like cluttered and just not making sense. So I'm like, you know what? I think I'm done with this chapter of my life. And I'm just at a point where I want joy and I want to know that I deserve the best things in life. And I want to change my mentality on that. It's like I was saying, how you judge yourself is how you move through the world. And there are so many people who think so lowly of themselves, and that's why they are where they are. And I'm trying to progress. I'm trying to move and be at a higher level just internally, like be the best version of myself. So high society to me was just like the perfect name to represent that, because the people I work with, like even meeting Cyn, she's on that same type of time. All the vendors, anybody who owns a small business, I feel like they're very disciplined and consistent. They're about positivity because they know that negative shit weighs them down. They can't be focused. They can't be consistent in their business. And they're just knowledgeable. And they're just doing their thing. And everybody's there to just be positive, network, meet with other people. Like, it's no drama.
High vibrations.
High vibrations. And even when people come, they're like, oh my God, I had such a good time. Like, you set the vibe. Everything was fun. And it's like, yes, that's what I want. That's what I want to bring to people. So that's why I named it High Society. And that's pretty much what I want to do moving forward. But it's like hard when it's just you. And then I have Anthony, the photographer. But he just wants to focus on photography. You know what I mean? And I don't want to take that away from him, because if that's what he doesn't like, talking to people, like he does. But he doesn't want to do business and talk to vendors and collect money from, like, he's not trying to do that. So it's like, he's not trying to organize and like talk to a DJ. So
one woman show.
Yeah. Sure. So it's a lot. So it's like, I was talking to God and I'm like, please, like, introduce me or put somebody in my path that's on the same vision, the same type of time that's going to help me with this. And she was like literally in my face
for a long years.
I met Cyn and she was my hookah girl. She was my waitress at spots. No, for real.
Her bottle girl.
But I always remember loving how much she worked. Like, she is so professional, even in that setting. Like, you get your shit, you don't, no attitude, everything is very, and I'm like, yo, I love the way this girl carries herself. Like, I noticed that immediately. Nice. And then she's just good energy. Every time I spoke with her, it's like a smile. She's happy. She's not about like the drama, none of that bullshit. So it's like, it just makes sense. And I don't even know how it happened. Oh, we collabed on the Yonkers event together. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I hosted that event for you the first time. And I was like, girl, where the hell we been at this whole time?
Like,
why we never sat down and spoke about like what our goals were outside of the club, you know? Because a lot of times you meet a lot of people working outside, but that's it. Like, you know, you might follow them on Instagram, but you're not really keeping up with them and what they're doing or anything. It's just like,
because you got your own shit going on.
Yeah, you're the more so like when you coming out next time, so I can see you. But when we actually sat down to talk about our aspirations and what we actually want to do and how we want to contribute back to our community, which was the biggest part, we were like, we mesh. Like, it makes sense. The same goals we want, the same vibe also. Like, when we work the events, our vibes just balance each other out perfectly.
Because we just want to dance.
Yeah.
We want to have a good time. We want to make sure everybody's laughing, talking, listen to good music. Like, it just makes sense. You're not trying to make it something that it's not. We're not forcing it. We just let it be, and it works. And this is why I said, like, it's okay and it's good when you outgrow people, because you end up making space for
how to
new
run
people.
That back.
No, it's true. Full circle. You make space for, like, the people who are in alignment with you to enter your life, and you propel forward.
Talk it.
It's so true. So it's like, I'm just very happy with everything.
Yeah, me too. To be honest, like, the same way when you lose, you gain.
You
at
gain.
The same
That's
time.
why it's never really a loss.
Yep.
So it's never. You just gotta trust God in the process
and let Him do His work, but also be intentional and have discernment and know when it's okay to let things go. Because around that same time when I met you, I was in that same process. I was grieving a friendship, and I was sad as hell. Like, I went to go do the event for you that day. Little did you know, like, just a few days ago, like, my whole life was like upside down. But, you know, I did the event and I came with the best energy as I could have. And then that one event, that one event led us here. And then what are we, like three events in already? And then we still have a few more coming. You guys better check out. So, you know,
I hope you air this in time. So July 14th is our next event. I'm plugging my shit at Bronx Landia at 910 Hunts Point Avenue. It's on a Sunday. And I know, like, people be like, all right, Hunts Point, but it's really not bad.
You guys have to come check out the rest of the Bronx.
It's a dope spot.
There's so much art in the Bronx. You guys have to stop going everywhere else for the vibes. Like, the vibes are right down your street sometimes. And, you know, we don't check them out. We rather go to Brooklyn. We rather go downtown. Like, come check us out in the Bronx. There's so much stuff going out, you know?
It's a good vibe. It's safe, okay? And it's just good energy. You're going to have a good time. Just try it.
Yeah, the party's always with the sun up, so you got nothing to worry about.
Exactly. It's over before the sun goes down. Yeah. You'll be home at a reasonable time.
Love the day parties.
It's definitely safe.
Yeah.
Definitely safe.
Yeah.
So what's Girl Cave?
So Girl Cave is a side project that I've been working on for a while, I believe, since right before COVID, because COVID came and shut everything down. But Girl Cave is like a women-based organization that I've been running for a while, where I do the events and we're gonna get lit, but I always want to give back to the community somehow, incorporate some sort of program to give back to the community. So, like, I'll do a brunch for women to come, get lit, look good, have a good time, but I'll incorporate like a clothing drive in it. So, like, yeah, you can come in with that bag to brunch, sis, and you're dropping it off, you know, and we're giving it to the shelters. Or we'll do a feminine care drive where we're put together like pads, tampons, things like that are easily accessible for women in shelters, because little did I know that these women have to pay for these things when they don't even have money or funds. So we try to do that as well. We just did a business and brunch back in, I believe, May, where it was women coming out and they were donating business attire, like button downs, blazers, slacks, for girls that they don't have the funds to be able to buy those things for interviews or college preps. They don't have any of that. So that's stuff that I focus on the side of, we're gonna get lit, we're gonna turn up for sure.
You're gonna have fun, but you're gonna contribute.
we got to contribute, because if not, all of the stuff is meaningless. Like, what else are we doing? I'm tired of getting lit and going home with a headache and a hangover and moving on about my business. Yeah,
I didn't do anything good.
Spending a whole lot of money. So if we can find ways to give back, like, by all means, you know, that's what Girl Cave is all about.
I like it. I like it.
It's great.
I want to talk about weight loss.
Okay.
How have you been doing with the gym and all that good stuff?
I've been the most consistent I've ever been since the
shout
pandemic.
out to her, for real.
I go 4 times a week faithfully. Okay. I actually went today and I went yesterday and I went Saturday. So yeah, I've been loving it. But you know what is more so, yes, I want to lose weight, but I just feel so good and I have so much more energy that I'm like, I'm good. Like, my confidence is up. I'm like loving it. I fell back in love with the gym officially.
Good.
Feel right back in love with yourself. That's
yes, absolutely.
Mental change in your brain.
Absolutely.
Yeah. What is it that it sends to your brain? Like when you work
endorphins?
Endorphins? Yeah.
I've been doing a lot of research on like dieting and all that good stuff and how to really lose weight. Not for myself, just to really know. And it's really about carbohydrates.
Yeah.
Carbohydrates store in our bodies as fat. In order to burn that fat, we have to fast. When you fast, your body starts burning the stored fat, which is stored energy, stored for later. Our body stores carbs for later and processes proteins for now. Proteins are the energy used right now, and later is the carbs.
So is that why, like, for example, me, like, I want to gain weight, they say that I have to have a higher intake of protein, right?
No, well, if you want to build muscle.
Well, yeah. They would tell me, like, oh, you got to, you know, drink a lot of protein and eat a lot of things high in protein.
If you want fat, it's high carbs.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense.
Eat pasta all day.
There's a whole
so that's
science
why a lot of people,
behind
have you heard
it.
of carb cycling?
No.
So there's a trainer. Some people support carb cycling too, where like if you're going to do legs and go really heavy, then you would load up on carbs that day, because that'll feed those muscles that are activated. So she'll get thicker in her legs if that's what she wants. And then on her upper body days, low carb, because you want to keep that tone and lean. So you'll just feed it protein.
That's interesting.
And you carb cycle like that. And then sometimes you'll be under, because people still, do you count your macros? People
I don't go that crazy.
Okay.
I'm just learning about it, but I don't go
Okay. So with the macros, it's like you have to get a certain amount of grams of carbs, protein, and fats in order to get the body you want. So then it's like if you're under the carbs and you have to do a refeed day and you load up on mad carbs that day just to make up for all the carbs you didn't have on those low carb days.
This is a lot
It's a
of
whole
work.
thing. It's a whole thing.
Sounds like a lot of work.
But I agree with the low carb
ridiculous.
thing. Or that's why people do the
real.
keto. They go on the keto diets.
That's where that.
Are you trying to
stems
do
from.
that though?
I'm not, but
Okay.
I kind of do. Just consciously trying to eat better. It automatically fits into that lifestyle. And I fast because I ate like one meal a day, sometimes two, but usually one meal a day. And that meal I try to make it as best as I can. Sauna, exercise.
Yeah, I heard the sauna's really good.
It's incredible. So this guy, Wim Hof, this guy, I feel like he really changed my life, and I want to try to start helping people with what he helps people with. Because the more people you tell, the more people hear it, the more people understand it. It was a really deep podcast that I heard, and I had so many points that I want to bring up because they're really helpful. So one thing about the cold exposure, when you go into a cold plunge, you're confronting a fear that we all have. If you've ever been in cold, freezing water for 3 minutes plus, we all have the fear of it's going to be very uncomfortable until you break through that. When you break through that fear, you're breaking through a wall that you built in your mind that never existed. Once you make it through that wall, your mind now knows maybe every other wall is not real. That's the real reason. Yeah, that's the real reason for doing things like this. It's not just for like the physical benefit or the momentarial benefit or however you say that word.
Momentarial.
Momentarial?
I don't think that's a word, guys.
We're going to make it a word. We're going to put it on Urban
momentary.
Dictionary.
It's just momentary.
Momentarial.
I like momentary.
Yeah, that's the word. No, that's the actual word.
Momentarial.
No, but we knew. We knew what you were
We're gonna
talking
let you have
about. Sige.
So, boom. It's not about just the little benefits you get. It's really that breakthrough. Because now your mind knows these walls ain't shit.
Yeah.
It was just a wall that you created. Now.
But you actually think that you can adapt that mentality and make it applicable to everything in your life once you do that?
100%.
Okay.
And the only reason I say this with confidence, the only reason I say that with confidence is because when I started doing the breath work, that's when I realized without that, I don't think I would be able to meditate because it's the only time I'm forced to be in the moment. Nothing else can really force me to be in the moment.
Yeah.
I could put my phone down and say, you know what? I'm not grabbing my phone. I'm going to be in the moment. And within a minute, I'm grabbing that phone.
Yeah.
Because your mind convinces you, all right, you don't want to go on your social media apps, but what about that app?
Yep.
What about check this, check that, check
Yep.
your email? Your mind is going to always think of a reason to convince your hand to pick that fucking phone up.
Oh my God, that's so true.
I know it's true. Your mind convinces you. No, what about that app? Fuck social media. You've been on IG too much. What about your bank app? See what your statement is. Remember you went out last night?
And it's like, why do I need to check my statement right now? I don't need to do that right now.
It's just so eventually you close the bank app and go back to what you
Yeah.
really want to see and see what the likes are or what this view is doing or what that is doing or what the next gossip is or whatever entertains us.
Yeah.
It's
That
real.
is true. Our brains are used to.
No, but I'm glad that
patterns.
you said that because
I
now I'm
know.
going to be conscious of it. Like, no, I'm not listening. Fuck you. I'm not picking it up.
Do you think that applies also to, let's say, the cold, right? What if you, you know how some people like jump off a plane?
Yeah.
That's a
I did
fear
that.
unlocked, right?
Yeah,
So
hell
do you
yeah.
feel like
That was
it
a
breaks
crazy
down
unlock.
that wall too?
Yo, now every time I'm on a flight, I'm less scared than when before I took a flight before I skydived.
Not you. What?
Yeah, now
That's
I feel
kind of fire, though.
Now I feel
Because you already jumped out one.
I'm chill.
So
I'm
he's
like
over here like, oh, this is
now.
Yeah,
regular.
but you
I
had a
used to be.
parachute.
But it's just the idea of jumping out and being okay. It calmed my
It's like
anxiety
you already
down.
did it.
It's like, the ground ain't that far. That's how I feel now.
It's
Ground ain't that
so
far.
So
far.
I did it.
Splat.
Your mind,
Fucking body
plays so
parts
many
everywhere.
tricks.
Like,
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
your
my
mind plays
mindset.
a lot of tricks.
It ain't that
That's
bad.
why.
Yeah, our minds are so powerful.
yeah.
Man, this pod.
You know
was
what?
amazing.
Okay. We spoke about it the last time we were with that girl. The last time I was on your podcast, we talked about doing it. Why don't we actually do it?
Oh yeah, I'm
And
down.
it's
I
summertime.
want to.
Would you
Cold
do it?
plunge.
The ice bath thing?
I would. Listen.
Okay, wait. How long
I'm
do I have to?
100%.
Do we have to hold it? Do we have to be there for like?
They say 3 minutes is like the where you get the most benefit.
What if you're a first timer?
I would do. Yeah, I'm
You
there,
would do
I'm
the
there
3
for 10
minutes.
minutes. I'm there for longer. I don't
could give
care.
it
You
a
could do it for 10
good
minutes?
10 seconds.
Yo, the benefits are insane. Insane.
But
I mean,
honestly, that would
we
be
could
good. And
try
you're
it.
into YouTube. Put that shit on
Yeah.
YouTube.
This is the first note I made. Holding your breath for 1.5 minutes after exhalation is known to cause 5 times more blood flow to the brain and heart. That's part of the breath exercise. On the last 30th breath, you exhale all the way and hold it. And if you hold it for 1.5 minutes, 5 times more blood flow goes to your brain and heart. Like the benefits of this breath work and the cold exposure is insane.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to tap into that. in
I
my-
wouldn't.
my
Yeah, I want to
routine.
try it. It might take some time though.
It's,
But I'm gonna
it's
try it.
simple.
I'm
The
open
breath
to
work,
that.
I mean. The
Yeah, the breath
is
work. Yeah,
simple.
yeah.
Getting the cold water, I feel like that's the difficult part. I need I need a spot. I need a place.
Because you don't realize
they
how
have
cold it's
places
gonna
like that?
be.
Yeah, of course they do, but
do?
I'm down to create my own. But it's just like I need,
Has to be big enough.
There's a spa in the city in Soho that they have like 7 different like baths. It's like a bathhouse, and they have temperatures on all of them. There's one that's super super cold that is like
there
a
you
tank, and you can just
Yeah,
go all
there
the
you
way
go.
down. I always miss that one. I never go in that one.
That's
I'd be in the
one.
little wave one and the salt one.
Yeah, I
but
don't know, man.
The cold one.
This all sounds great though.
It really is.
It does. It does sound great.
It's crazy how the things that are like actually good for us are so simple.
Very simple.
Like, and we miss it every day.
They cost nothing.
Just sit home and breathe.
Just
like,
Meanwhile,
And
we
we-
go outside and spend mad money on hookah, and it's killing us. It's blackening our lungs.
all that breath work you just did.
Right?
Went to waste.
Not that ass. Put the fucking ways.
Your favorite question: who's the first person you think of when you think of success?
The first person I think of when I think of success, I'd have to say Issa.
Issa Rae.
Issa Rae. I love Issa. Like, ever since she came up with Insecure, I've watched that show probably like 8 times. Anytime I'm like spiraling and I feel unmotivated, I'll rewatch Insecure and be like, you know what? Like, I want to be like her. Because, you know, it was a real story of like dealing with friendships, with relationships, discernment, cheating, you know, and still growing up and chasing your dreams. And I feel like that's kind of been my life forever. Going through life and still trying to figure out, like, I'm still a dreamer and, you know, doing what I have to do for myself, building relationships, losing relationships, you know. So, like, when I think of success, like, I think of her. Because even her energy, like, is just like mine.
Are you talking about the real person or the character in the show?
Both of them. Because she was so good at what she did, they intertwined with each other in real life. You know, like, she kind of made the story about herself.
Because Issa Rae started that show, Insecure. It was actually a YouTube series. And it got picked up on HBO. So it's like, I see what she's saying. It's so related because it's like she really was doing it on her own and grinding. And then it became a super successful show. And now she's a successful writer for other shows.
She was
a
one-woman
for other shows. Yeah. So it's like, Issa Rae really, she's that girl. She really did that.
She's definitely that girl.
But you see, all right, so when he asked me this question, the reason why I don't like it is because I'm like, I'm the most successful person I know. Because ain't nobody about to be more successful than me in this motherfucking life. In my life, I'm successful.
Yes.
Period. So it's like you're explaining her, but you're seeing the similarities because that's you.
When you're really talking about yourself.
Like, bitch, that's you. You successful, bitch. Fuck that. See, I'm a hype woman. Yep. This is what I do as a friend. That's it.
So, I keep bringing up Wim Hof because I watched it today. So, one of your topics was about holding in and manifesting stress in your skin, hair, and stomach. So, Wim Hof was talking about when you do the breath work, you're doing something uncomfortable. You're doing something, and the cold exposure. You're doing something that your body normally doesn't want to do. Your body wants to just breathe the way we are breathing right now. Very subtle. They don't want they don't want you running and getting out of breath. They don't want you going in the cold. You just want to be comfortable and still. When you break out of that stuff and you're going into the depth of the uncomfortable, that's when you can tap into the other stuff that's uncomfortable. The thoughts that you don't want to work through, that you have to work through. And he also says, if you don't go to the cold is going to come to you. Oof. Meaning if you keep avoiding everything, it's just going to come to you. You're both. Damn, please explain your reactions. Both of you looked away like this motherfucker just tapped in.
I felt that. No, I felt that.
Please explain. Both of you felt moved.
Okay, so the reason why I even chose this topic is because in 2020, I developed really bad stomach issues. Like, I'm talking, I was in bed for hours crying because of the pain.
No way.
Swear.
And so what was it, like, medically?
So medically, it's a rare disease, and the only reason, let me just start from the beginning.
Crazy!
Right?
I want to hear it all.
Cause it's crazy. Cause like God, you really my nigga. Like I don't give a fuck.
God did.
God really did. He really did. All right. So I had these issues, and I always thought I had like an iron stomach. Like I could eat pizza for breakfast, Chinese food. It don't matter.
From the
what
Bronx,
time? What?
Fried chicken. 4 a.m.
Fried chicken. Right. You don't
sitting there for how many hours?
Listen, all the White Castle my heart desired. Okay, it didn't matter with the mozzarella sticks. You already know.
Oh nah.
You already
and
know.
You better eat it as soon as you
with
leave.
With the marinara sauce.
Don't wait till you get home.
Don't wait
it
till
won't
you
be
get home.
the same.
In the car.
In the car.
Oh my goodness.
So when I had these issues, I'm like, all right, what the fuck is going on? So when I went to they had to do a colonoscopy on me. They found nothing. They just said, oh, you have IBS.
What was the pain? Burning?
The pain was cramping. Like if you have to use the bathroom.
Okay.
But nothing was like, it was just cramping and it would hurt. Yo, I've never in my life felt that much pain and it wouldn't go away. And I changed my diet. I tried all different types of medication that the doctor was giving me. Nothing was working.
You know, doctors.
Yeah. So then they did another one on me. I'm like, no, something is wrong with me and you have to check again. Didn't find anything. I was like that for a year to the point that I was constantly calling out of work. And then I was constantly, there were times that I was running to the bathroom and it was all day that I was afraid to leave my house. I wasn't going out. I wasn't doing shit. And I'm like, no, this can't be like, God, this cannot be my life. Help me find something, like something. Do not let me live a life like this. I can't. So I went on Google randomly and it was like, are you experiencing like TMI, diarrhea, I swear to God, diarrhea, nausea? Because then I started getting nauseous randomly. Nausea, and I was just like, okay, let me click it. And it was a medical facility in Long Island. And they were doing a research study on people who with these symptoms.
Nah.
So a nurse, I put my name. I'm like, fuck it, I'm desperate. Put my name, my info, everything. That same day, a nurse called me and she was like, tell me more about your symptoms. I told her everything. She was like, okay, well, are you willing to come to Long Island? And we can study you because what we're looking for is people who have something called eosinophilic duodenitis.
Oh, come on, you made that up.
Swear to God, look it up. It's rare. Eosinophilic duodenitis. And I'm saying it because I know there's somebody else who's experiencing this and they don't know what the fuck to do. So look at this video. So anyway, they did a colonoscopy. They had to take like a biopsy of my stomach, my throat, my intestines. They studied it, and what they found, basically what it means is you have an overproduction of white blood cells in your stomach. So everything that you eat, the white blood cells is attacking everything, all the bacteria, the good and the bad. And that's what's causing you to have the nausea, the heartburn, the cramping, the constant going to the bathroom. So they ended up giving me an injection once a month. It was through IV for this medicine that helps with that. It helps like kill off the extra blood cells. And I got better. Like I am healed. Truly. Now, if I have stomach issues, I think it's just because I'm in my 30s and I got to chill. Like, I can't just be eating. Crazy. Yeah, I'm going in. Like, bitch, you drank too much. The mac and cheese, you shouldn't have had that shit. Like, you doing too fucking much. So, but yeah. But anyway, long story short, the medication is still not approved. It never got approved, which is sad. But I got the fucking medication and I'm very happy. So, my point to say that is that when I was going through all that pain, my mother looked me in my face, and I believe God talks to you through people. And she was like, you have those stomach issues because all you do is worry and stress about everything in your life. And as my mother, she knows. I can't even deny that.
How old were you?
28.
Wow.
20. So this is recent. Because I'm not going to say my age, but I'm not that far from 28.
29.
Yeah, I'm 29. So, but when she said that, I really had to look at my life, and she was right. I always looked at things negatively. I always worried about everything. If I went on an interview, it was like, no, I didn't get it. They didn't like me. Or no, I failed that test. And my mother would be like, you studied for 5 hours. How did you feel? Like, it was everything negative. And I think that had to happen for me to be like, bitch, you need to learn how to calm down. Stop getting so anxious. I started after I got better, I sought my therapist. So I was in therapy for 2 years, and that helped me immensely. But I feel like if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have even bothered to try to change my mindset on anything. And I would remain negative. And it's like, there's always a plan. So it's like, if I'm going to be a person who does events and I'm about positivity and bringing people together and I want to thrive in my life, I can't stress everything.
You gotta live it.
I have to live it. I have to be about what I'm talking about and what I'm trying to do. So sometimes shit just needs to happen to direct you in that way. And I'm grateful for the stomach pains, honestly. Like, that shit needed to happen.
Why?
Because I wasn't going to learn any other way. I wasn't going to change my mindset in any other way.
Shift your focus.
But change your mindset in how you ate or what?
No, in the stress and not stressing. All the stress you hold in your stomach.
Your mom told you it might have been
yes.
stress.
And it was that.
Are you sure?
It was that.
You're assuming?
Or it was the catalyst that helped me. Help me refocus. Help me refocus my energy.
Let's just call it God.
God did it.
No, but it's true. They say that we carry stress in parts of our body. So sometimes, like, if you suffer a lot of, like, lower back pain or chest pains, like, for example, if you catch a panic attack because you're stressing about something, you feel it in your chest. You feel like you're out of breath. So, like, everything, everything's
beating like crazy.
Connected. Yeah, your mind is your biggest willpower, and that controls everything else. Like, for example, like, shout out to my mom. Love you, Mom. You know, my mom is one of the healthiest people I know. But my mom is a walking stress factor. She stresses everything in her life. Like,
so why you say she's healthy?
Huh? Well, yeah, but then my mom caught cancer twice.
Damn.
You know? Yeah, and nobody, you know, thank God bless God, because she survived it twice.
So you're saying it was the stress?
A lot of stress. We don't have any, like, my family, no one suffered ever from cancer. My mom's literally the first person in the whole entire family of generations to ever catch cancer. And she eats a really good diet. She eats her vegetables. She drinks water. Like, she doesn't even drink soda, anything like that. But one thing my mom does do is stress. Y criticar y hablar que fulanito que I'm like, you're carrying everybody else's problems. Like, you might not feel like it's affecting you, but clearly God is showing you that it's physically affecting you. Yeah. Because you've been withholding all that stress. You know, that's the headaches. The headaches turn into something else. Now your chest hurts. Now, you know, like you said earlier, now the blood is not flowing the way it needs to. Because how can you be breathing properly when you're stressing and being upset every day about if this person did that or whatever, you know? And we always question that. We always had to tell the doctor, like, how is it? Like, she's gotten it twice. Yeah. You know, and she tries to live a good lifestyle. Like, she'll, you know, she goes to run track with me and eat good. How? Stress.
And if you believe that we're energy, right? God is energy. And then it's like all this talk about, like, on a physics level, they talk about the cells. Stress affects the cells. I saw a video yesterday about the aging process and why some people look, like, physically older than others. And it's the way the cell starts to divide. But if you're stressed, the cells don't, like, they don't function properly.
They become mutated.
And then it's like it starts affecting wrinkles, the gray hair, your skin is sagging, you look miserable. Like, it starts to show. There are people, have you ever met somebody your age and they look way older than you?
I think it's just the genetics.
No, sometimes. It's like, I know why you look like that, because you're a miserable fucking person.
The inside is always going to reflect on the outside.
Always.
Always, always. That's why I've made peace with just being okay with being yourself, because your inside is always going to reflect on the outside. So, whatever you're projecting, just know. Gotta learn how to read it.
So, God bringing people into your life to teach you lessons.
Every day.
It's kind of like what she was telling about her mom. That's a lesson right there, to not stress and worry. Yeah. It affects you in other ways.
You gotta live life as hard as it is. Like, you know, is a learning experience every single day to just let go and let God. You know, it's very hard because as humans we want to control everything. You have a friend, you want to be like, you have a boyfriend, you want to be like, please don't leave me. Your kids, your parents. And then, you know, as you get older you realize, like, you don't even own yourself. When God wants you to be out of here, you're gonna be out of here. You're not even in control of that, you know. So you just gotta enjoy this experience right now. Us three right now just hanging out. Just gotta enjoy it.
And this was fun.
Shout out for it being my first podcast.
You did great.
Definitely amazing.
Yeah, definitely did good.
She did great.
Talking, that's what it's all about.
I knew she would, though. She was like, oh, I might be nervous. Nope, you're not gonna be nervous. You're gonna be great.
I was about to turn that Uber around. I'm like, yo, Nat.
I can't do it.
I'm not feeling good. Got stomach pains.
Not the stomach pain.
For sure.
So what are your life goals?
My life goals would be, I want to own my own space, my own venue, for sure. And
what
I
type
want
of venue, for weddings and stuff like that?
No, an art venue. So I just want to have an art space. You know, like we have to invest to have these events for people. I'd rather be the one to provide the space for the creators and for the curators, like right here in the community if possible. And yeah, just keep making more events and keep bringing more people together. And it's just going to be one big spider web of a community. I love everything community based. So essentially that's my goal.
You know, everything right now is online. People are building communities online.
But that's the sucky part.
It's not. It's the future. That's where we
it
are.
is the future, but where do we stop it? Because being able to do this, what we're doing right now is always going to be living a virtual world. I just feel like
this is so much more genuine than
more organic.
A Instagram friendship, right?
But what I mean is, imagine you're reaching out to the world and some people start coming to these events. That's all I mean.
Oh, okay.
Because you can make a community online.
Yeah.
And people are going to come from every state, eventually every country.
Yeah. I mean, that'll be the goal, though.
Yeah,
that's why we need balance and everything. We need the balance with the social media presence, because I feel like it's hard to transmute sometimes who I am online because, you know, the likes and whatever. But if you meet me in person, I feel like I'm a cool-ass chick, you know, but I might have a hard time transmuting it. So you might not get to know me across the world, but if you get to meet me in person,
because you know what, not everybody, like, you see how I like to talk shit on my stories, but not everybody likes to do that. No, but am I lying?
I don't.
I be going in. I just be like, fuck it, I want to talk today. Yeah. But some people aren't like that. Some people are more like you do cute, funny reels. Yeah. Like she does reels for her job. She creates like the social media stuff for that, and you're good at that.
Yeah.
So it's like we just gotta find like what works for us, because I don't want to do that. That's mad work for me. I don't want to do it. I just want to talk, no makeup, this is me, and then we done. I said what I said, feel how you feel, and that's my approach to shit. But you see, that won't resonate with everybody. Not everybody likes that.
But that'll be your fan base.
But that's my shit.
Will love it. Your fan base will love it.
You gotta find your community.
Find your community.
Find your tribe.
That's what I mean.
Find the
Online,
people.
you gotta do it.
Yeah.
What are your life goals?
Oh, man.
Since the last time you were here, because I must have asked you last time.
I don't even remember if
it
you
don't
asked
even
me.
matter. What
life goals. All right.
Like you did,
so for sure, I want to take the events to another level. Like I said, like she wants to do. That's why we're in alignment. We're here. Expanding it, block parties, festivals. Like I want this to be massive, but just like safe and fun and uplifting. So that's like on the event side. On a personal side, I definitely want my partner. I want to travel the world. I want to be in love. I want romance. I want excitement. I don't want kids, but I want that. Ever. Well, then again, I don't know. Never say never, but I am getting older, and please. But yeah, I want that. I think that's what I'm craving, like a partnership with someone. Intimate partnership.
I like it.
Yeah.
I want to get back to the Wim Hof.
You love this guy.
Yo, for real. Changed my life. I promise you. He mentioned this one word. I had to look it up, and this is the definition. Have you guys ever heard of the word interception? Interoception. Interoception.
Isn't that something in football?
Interoception. No, that's interception. This is interoception. All right, so interoception is the ability to be aware of internal sensations in the body, including heart rate, respiration, hunger, fullness, temperature, and pain, as well as emotion sensations. So these are the things you tap into when you're doing the breath work, because you're so in the moment. You understand everything in your body. If you're feeling any ache, if you're feeling anything, you're so centered for a minute and a half minimum that you understand your current state.
Okay.
And he talks about fasting and all that. He eats once a day also, and that's the hunger part, where you can feel the hunger, understand the hunger, but not give in to the hunger.
Okay. So you don't feel like we do those things? Okay. So question, when you're doing the breath work, is it that you're feeling all of those things at the same time?
You're aware of everything.
At the same time?
Because if you're in the breath work, and let's say you have a foot pain, your foot's going to be on your mind over everything.
You're going to feel it.
You're not going to be thinking about anything. You're going to be thinking about the foot pain.
Okay.
But if everything's okay, even if you're hungry, your stomach might be growling. Let's say you are hungry. You're going to realize it, but you're not going to feed into it. You're not going to stop what you're doing and go run and eat. You're going to understand your stomach is making a growling sound or whatever the case, but you're not really starving. You're okay. You can survive.
Yeah.
I think that's very important.
It really is, to be aware of your body and your mind.
Yeah, I don't know how aware of my body I am, unless I'm hungry. When I'm hungry, I'm very aware.
Yeah, and that's
badass.
Yeah,
like, it's about that time. It's about that fucking time. And definitely the emotion part. Like I felt it. Don't laugh, yo. You stay.
I'm only aware when I'm hungry. Very aware.
Very fucking aware. But the emotion part too, like when you feel anxious or whatever, I feel it always in my stomach, the anxiety, and you feel like your heart is like, and
I always feel like I use the bathroom, and I don't. Like the minute I'm nervous, I'm like, okay, I gotta go. I'm like, I really don't.
I can't even eat when I'm nervous.
Wow.
I can't eat. I can't even think straight. I'm like frantic.
I guess working in prison, I can eat in any situation.
Yeah.
I used to. There's a thing called. We should shut it off after this, but there's a thing called shit watch, and it's when an inmate swallows a weapon or any contraband. So if we see them or someone notices that they swallow something, we have to literally sit there for 24 hours a day
until they use the bathroom.
Watch him take a shit. When he takes a shit, he's taking a shit in a bag, And us COs have to open the bag.
You're lying.
I used to eat right after that shit.
I feel nauseous right now.
No problem.
You fucking lying. They made
Microwave
y'all do
my
that?
shit. Yo, that job is insane.
What?
I didn't even know this was a thing.
Real
oh
thing,
my
no
god.
problem.
That should be you should do a separate podcast about your stories
I
of
want
being
to
a
do
CO.
a
That'll be
podcast
fire.
interviewing correction officers.
Yes.
But correction officers are so institutionalized,
Oh my
they're afraid
God.
to open up on camera.
Yeah.
Like,
Really?
I wish I could find one.
Really?
Eventually I'll find one, yeah. I got to find one that doesn't work anymore.
What about just doing it with inmates? CO
I'm
to
open
inmate.
to it. I'm open to having
Or like
an inmate.
ex-cons, ex-felons. Not ex-cons, ex-felons.
I've had ex-felons on here, but
Yeah.
a CO or an ex-CO would be incredible because we could
Yeah.
really open up about.
Yeah.
I would definitely
Because-
tap in. That's fire.
Yeah. Just
Yo,
even
it's
just
such-
Those
learning about this
conversations,
right now.
yeah.
It's such a mindset. Like not my whole life, but my mind is partially based on that lifestyle.
Yeah.
For example, this is something that I always think about. As an inmate, all you have is your cell. You're locked in, that's all you have, really. So this is one example. Let's say you don't have toilet paper. All you have is a bed, your sink, your little belongings, and a toilet, but you have no toilet paper. You tell the CO, yo, I need toilet paper. If the CO is a piece of shit, which most of them are, they're going to say, fuck you. Fuck your toilet paper. And they just,
No.
I don't give a fuck about your toilet paper. I'm here to do my job. I don't give a fuck about you. You're a piece of shit. You're a criminal. The next officer comes on. And maybe the officer before told the next officer, yo, that guy in cell 22 is being a dick. He asked me for toilet paper. I said, fuck you. Just letting you know what's going on. All right, cool. So now this officer for 8 hours says, fuck you. You're not getting toilet paper. So now this guy's like, yo, I want to take a shit, but I want to wipe my ass. So let me start banging on my door. I'm going to start kicking my door. Mule kick. I got to get some attention. I want to take a shit. I want to be able to wipe my ass. Nobody gives a fuck. What do you do in that situation? Your last resort in prison is usually lighting your cell on fire.
Lighting your what?
Your cell on fire.
Okay, wait, hold on. Pause. Because I thought you were going to say using your blanket to wipe your ass, a sock.
No, it's to get the attention that you deserve as
Lighting
a human
your
being.
cell on. That's what you're going to do?
That's the last resort. Like, yo, these motherfuckers can't even give me fucking toilet paper. These guys can't even.
That's deep.
It's just a human.
That's deep. You
it's
want
just a
you
human
want the
thing.
attention. The attention is more important to you than finding another way to wipe your ass.
It's like, yo, I'm not even treated like a human in here. And I use that example
Wow.
in romantic relationships.
Ooh,
What
talk about it.
What is your lighting your cell on fire?
All right, I gotta go. I gotta get out of here.
Wait, hold on.
I
got you.
Hold on.
Let me call my
Franjez.
I got you.
No, Franjez. That was the best question I've ever heard asked on a podcast. That needs to be a clip. Wow. I love that. I'm actually jealous. I didn't think of that shit.
You didn't work in prison. No, this shit took years to
Somebody
understand.
gotta write it down. Can you put that on a shirt?
This shit,
Right.
I can't. This shit took years to understand. It's your last case scenario.
I don't even know. Yeah. Please. Cheers to that.
I don't even have it in me to try to figure out what mine is. I need a few days.
If I could think right now, it is. And I had to, this is good. And I don't know if this is lighting my cell on fire. I just completely not detached, but silent treatment. One word answers, maybe. I just completely cold. I don't give you any type of attention. I don't know if that's but it's I'm doing it because I want attention. I want you to be on my ass. So I'm not going to give you shit.
You know, that's a game.
That's a game.
The cat and mouse.
So what I've learned recently, because I kind of went through a situation like this recently, I had to ask myself, is this your toxic trait? Is this what you're doing to be toxic? Or you know what I mean? And then I was like, all right, cut it out.
Look
We're
at
not
you being
doing that.
self-aware.
No, yes.
No, but then what happened when you said cut it out? What
I
happened?
just,
And
because
the
what's
relationship?
better is to just, no. I talked it out. And you just let it go. And it's just it's done. We don't got to drag this out because you're really doing it to manipulate the situation. Do you want to be...
Communication is everything.
Do you want to be a person who manipulates or communicates? I want to communicate because I would want someone to communicate with me. Period. But that would be my thing. I don't know if that's too bad, because I know other people will like fucking, they'll resort to physical violence. They'll hit, slash your tires. Like, I know girls going off, doing crazy shit. I'm not doing all that.
Yeah, that used to be me at a certain point. Not the slashing tires, but
Hitting
I used
people?
I used to get a little, my attachment issues kick in, so I'll be at your door like, what you doing? Like, you ain't answering me fast enough. Now I'm at your door. Like,
That's the second time you mentioned that. Where does that stem from?
My attachment issues? My family.
What happened?
I'm very aware of it. My dad. Well, I'm getting very personal, but
open up.
when I found out I was pregnant with my daughter, my dad said skedaddle, and that was my main male source in my life as a provider and everything, and he left. So growing up after that, like, my relationship with the male figures in my life were pretty toxic because I never wanted them to leave. So before they even planned on leaving, I was already planning their departure, and it was very toxic.
How'd you learn that, through therapy?
Yeah, a lot of therapy. I'm still in therapy now because it's something that I feel like as a girl you never get over. It's your dad, so it's like, you know. But I feel like I'm getting better at it. You know, I'm grateful that I'm actually have a partner now that is very patient with me, and he understands my triggers, and he understands when I'm getting a little. He's like, all right, your attachments are you know, my anxiety. My anxious attachment starts like popping up, and instead of him being avoidant, like, he'll nurture me and like be my safe space and be like, yo, don't worry, I'm good. We here. Like, it's just all in your head. Don't worry. Because back in the day, like, you know, usually when guys feel like a girl's being too clingy, yo, esta tigra si jode, people, or they stop answering your phone, and now on purpose they ignoring you. Now I'm at your door, and now, damn, this bitch is crazy. But it's because I'm here like, please don't leave, you know. But it took years for me to learn that sometimes you got to realize how you cause certain toxic traits to your own self. You cause a lot of things to your own self, you know. So still a working process, but
therapy is good.
Therapy is great.
Therapy helps you.
Just the fact that you're able to like vocalize that's great. Like, you can articulate yourself on that. So that's like the first step, because a lot of people do that. They don't know.
Majority of people
don't
know.
fucking know what they're doing. They don't even want to hear it. They're like, what? It goes over their head. They don't even. It's their normal. That's their reality. So yeah, no.
Yeah, it's definitely not. I had to realize it wasn't normal, because then I started reciting to like drinking. I was already in the nightlife, so it was easy for me. Like, okay, somebody pissed me off, or I feel like my man don't want to talk to me. I'm gonna go outside. I'm gonna go get fucked up. You know, thinking that that's helping, but it's really not.
Yeah.
You know,
that was numbing your pain.
Yeah, but then the next day I'm dealing with it, or I become chaotic with other people. And the way that I am, like, I never want people to view me as like, yo, this girl is chaotic. Like, I don't even want to go hang out with her because she might get drunk and want to punch somebody in the face. That's not Cyn. That's not what I stand for. So I had to check that. Like, that's not who you want to be.
It's crazy because Cyn is also S-I-N. That's kind of
premeditated. Premeditated. Yeah, I'm gonna have to change my name after this.
I'm just Cyn. I don't want problems.
Yeah,
nope. Sound like you want.
It's a good Cyn over here. It's a good
with
Cyn.
A C. Okay.
It's a C-Y-N. Call me Cynthia if you want, but good Cyn. Good Cyn. Definitely good Cyn.
You want people to find you anywhere, or you
yeah, Instagram, Twitter, same handle, CYNFL, XWR. The X and the W always mess me up, but it's definitely XWR. Yeah.
Sunflower, and she used to sing. I bring that up all the time.
I hate when she does that.
She used to sing.
I used to do a little bit of everything, cause you know, like when you create, like you just find yourself in different realms, like trying to try different things. So like I went to high school for dancing as a dance major. I used to draw, paint, sing. I used to be in music videos, like with my friends. Like if she wanted to sing and she needed somebody to be in her video, I was there. Like I'm always the supportive friend. So I just tried a little bit of everything, but
what happened?
I stopped it.
Stopped everything creative?
No, I think I just transferred that energy, because energy is always transferable. It just, now I turned it into over the events, to doing the events. I'd rather be the person in the back making the space for people who really want to put their energy, because I wasn't doing 100% of it. So like I'd rather give other people that want to do 150% to showcase their art. You know, like I'd rather y'all do that. I'll give y'all the space 100%. You know, because you're more loyal to it.
She'll just pull it together.
I'll put it together for you. That's more me. Like, I like being in the background. I don't want to be the main act. I don't want to be the main singer. I don't want to be the Beyonce. I might be the little Michelle on the side supporting you, but I don't want to be the main act.
If I could sing, I would be the Beyonce.
She would be the Beyonce.
The glitz and glam.
And this is why we work. And this is that's why we work. Like, yo, go do your thing, Natalie. I'm too busy in the background, like trying to get sturdy.
Going in for the pop-ups. The way I be dressed, you would think I'm going like really. I'm in the fucking Hunts Point with graffiti around me, but I'm gonna look the fuck good. Yeah, I've always been that way though. Always just extra as fuck.
You need that. You need that. It's a good balance.
It's a good balance.
You can't have two Beyoncés on a team.
Nah,
that's
but you know what's great?
Problem.
What I love about us, and I'm gonna rave about us a little bit,
Yeah,
like we're girding out, because
Mm-hmm.
there's girls who would be intimidated, because she still shines. And people are like, yo, Cyn is so dope. Yo, and I'm like, she's fire. She's beautiful. She's great. And there's no hate there.
Yeah.
It's like I could be me and shine how I want to shine, and she can still shine how she shines, and there's no weirdness here.
It's just like the perfect balance.
It's just chill. It's like, girl, yes, do your thing. Let me get some footage. I need content. Like, it's just good.
Girl, post for the picture. We need this. Oh, come meet this person.
Yes.
Like, it's always putting each other on. Like, I'm very big on that. Like,
because again, we don't do the scarcity mindset. I'm just not about that.
Beautiful. What's the High Society IG?
It's High Society NYC _. Yes.
And yours?
Oh, mine is Natalie.
Oh yeah.
It's just where I talk shit. I'm just me. I take cute pictures. I go out. I smoke hookah a lot, and I like to talk about real shit on my stories.
Definitely a good time.
It's a good time on my personal page. It really is. Vibe with me. Fuck with me. But yes, the High Society NYC _. We have our next event July 14th, and that's it.
Make sure you're there. We have like over 20 vendors.
Amazing.
So it's like you do not.
Yes, food vendors.
Food.
You
Full
have
bar.
Full bar. It is
And a
open.
DJ.
And a DJ.
This
This is
Bronx
Bronxlandia,
Bronxlandia.
910 Hunts Point Avenue.
That's a dope location.
It's
Absolutely.
fire.
It really looks dope.
It's fire.
Stage and everything.
Yes, and we created like little lounge areas so you can actually come, sit down, chill, eat.
That's
Yeah.
not that luxury. I'm in there. That's
It's
dope.
chill. Last time we had our hookah outside, we was chilling. And it's a free event. Unless you buy something from a vendor, that's on you.
Yeah.
But it's a free event. So it's
Just
like,
come and vibe.
show love.
Just come bring good vibes. We got even better vibes. We mix it together, and it's just gonna be a good time.
yeah. But if you can't make it, we always have events going on. We're not stopping anytime soon. So you will have an opportunity
It
to
just
come
got
through.
started, so
Yeah.
Beautiful.
don't want to miss it.
Any other last words or advice?
Love and light.
Love and life for real.
Love.
Good
and
luck to
light.
Jimmy.
Yeah, Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Oh my God.
You are in our prayers, bro. Like, we rooting for you. We want the best for you and
Be
for
a better
old girl.
person, Jimmy.
Yo,
Leave the
Jimmy.
5 and get yourself a 10. Like,
Yeah,
leave it
get yourself
alone.
a 10. Let her get her whatever
Herself a
level.
10.
Right.
Like,
Poor Jimmy.
poor Jimmy. Jimmy
Poor
probably right
Jimmy.
now shaking his head somewhere. Like, God damn it. And I hope she's not sitting right next to him while he's watching
he better
this.
not watch
He
this.
will never let her watch this episode.
Are you sure?
Jimmy, come on.
Okay.
Jimmy blocked his entire book.
You're right. You're right.
You think she's watching this episode? He blocked his mom. Supposed
Blocking your mom just to post your girl is crazy. That's high.
Not even his mom would approve. The unconditional love from a mother.
He's embarrassed. He's embarrassed.
You know what, Jimmy? I've dated some people who weren't as attractive. But you see, I don't really care about that stuff too much. But,
Same.
you know, whatever.
Jimmy does.
Jimmy definitely.
It's really
does.
not okay. All I'm saying is really not as bad as you may think it is, because you know nobody really fucked with that person. But
Nah, it's
at the end
bad
of the
for
day, it's your
Jimmy.
decision. You're the
Jimmy
one that
does
gotta.
what Jimmy does.
Yeah, it's your life.
Thank you, everybody, for watching. Peace and love.